platform, Mr. Hudspeth. I'd like to welcome you back. Please, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. My name is Willie Hudspeth. I live at 623 Newton. And just to let you know, I was planning to share something, but my good friend Lynn told me, now I know her name, I can lie on her. No, I'm just kidding. I want to share with you a couple of things. One, let me get my strength. One, I think you made a ruling, a motion, or a vote on an issue that was illegally done because of two things. One, it shouldn't have been discussed in closed session. Two, on the agenda, it was 13, it's August the 27th is when this happened. It was agenda item, and I don't know why you phrased it this way, why you call it this. You call it something, the Arts Council something, when really it's a committee to decide what's going to be presented to you regarding the statute. 13D. You said approval of the appointment of members to the Denton County Courthouse on the Square Art Committee. I don't know what that has to do, that naming, to determine what you're going to add to the statute. But anyway, that's not important. You didn't discuss it in open session. Looking at the tape, you will see you were at C, and you skipped D on the tape. Now, maybe you did it live, but on the tape, you didn't go into it. So there was no discussion of the issue in the public forum. You can't have something that's discussed, that should be discussed in open forum, and you didn't, then you vote on it. It's obvious when you came out of closed session, you talked about it in closed session, and you shouldn't have. That is not a closed session item. I asked you about the numbers you cited for saying you were going to do this in closed session. I looked at the numbers. I have them here. None of them address why you were in closed session talking about this issue. You came out immediately. The first thing you did after closed session is vote on who the committee was. You didn't discuss it at all with us. It's obvious that your transparency has flaws in it. It's shaded. So I want to end this with, and I will see what you decide to do about this if I should go further. If you don't correct that and talk about this in public and change that name, I got mine, it's 20, I got 19 seconds. So I want to end this with what Rudy Rodriguez said on his post that you have before you. We have two national recognized state universities, great public schools, and new community college campus a few blocks from the square. How sad that we have all these beautiful images of the community we call home near a symbol representing one of the ugliest periods in America's history. What a shameful contradiction of confusing images of our city and local, including our children and tourists. The debate of this issue will not go away. The statue will eventually be torn down, but not by the present Commissioner's Court, the five of you. They have instead, you have instead decided to kick the can down the road and leave it to further generations of commissioners to take care of this problem. I agree. You have decided, all five of you together, that statue should stay there. There is nothing that the five of you, I can do anything about the five of you. You're saying it should stay regardless of the embarrassment for me and others like me. That's fine. I know that what I have to do is go to the polls and see about making that change. If it doesn't happen, then I'll give it my best shot.
Mr. Hudspeth, I will address an issue since you raise a perceived illegality of the court, and I explained to you the other day over here, and I showed you the code and where you were incorrect, and that was posted legally and appropriately, and we took appropriate action, and you did vote. For you to come into this court every week is very disingenuous to act like we were the only 5 who voted to keep that memorial where it's at. You were the first person appointed to that committee, and you voted in favor of keeping that memorial there, and I'm real curious, do you disclose that to the public when you're out there on Sunday nights, that you voted to keep that memorial? Willie Hudspeth voted to keep the memorial, and add context. And this court is fulfilling your wishes, sir, and the wishes of that court by adding that art committee. Your time is up.
Yeah, but my time will be here.
You voted to
will
keep
be
the
here next
memorial.
week, and I'm going to answer that question next week. You can throw that
Time is
darn
up.
thing at me. I
Your
could
time
care
is
less.
up.
I'll be back next week.
I'm sure you will, as will I. All right. Next.
Ditto.
I can't handle misinformation. Cannot handle the misinformation. All right. Next, I'd like to go to our wonderful mayor from the town of Haslett, Mr. Bob Golden. Mayor, would you come forward? Sorry you had to see that unpleasantness.
Judge, may I introduce the mayor?
Yes, I would like to, first of all, thank you,